That bit ended. Alright. But let's play some Splatoon 3. Which I'm personally excited for. It's been a hot minute since I streamed Splatoon 3, but I'm still having fun with the game whenever I get the chance to play it. I know we gotta wait until next month for the Pokemon Splatfest. God, Sonic Frontiers and Pokemon Scarlet Violet are next month? Fuck, I gotta finish FF7 Remake soon. I gotta start, like, next week. I gotta do, like, 2 parts of it, I think. If I can. Bro, I don't care. Full of cat memes and lean. Are you allowed to say lean in Splatoon? I'm really happy my friends are here. Let's have pickled plums later. Awesome. Guys, whatever you do, never say you're full of glue. Worst mistake of my life. Banned? Don't spell... Don't you... I can't say that, I'm sorry. Lean is an actual word? Yeah, but, like... saying you're full of cat memes and lean, like, it implies, like, the drug. I don't think you say you're full of lean and, you know what I mean. You know who else dies of water? Mama! Post this fish when they least expect it. We're just having a nice time doing a tour of people's drawings. Dude, how do people even make drawings like this in Splatoon 3? The Switch screen is, like, so fucked up. How do you people do this? It would actually be worse if they did it with, like, the fucking analog stick. No signal. Hop on splat zones. Yeah, love wins. Alright. I can get my first play of the day. Dead tired. Heavy splatling user. Yeah, we love our gay little cephalopods. Alright. Tower control, Rainmaker. I think I'll just do a little bit of turf war for now, if that's okay with everybody. Let's see if I still got it. A few days ago, I was kind of going crazy on Splatoon 3. Let's see if I still got it. T-Boy Wrath. Awesome. You better be worth your wrath. Alright. I gotta filter through, like, other conversation topics. I could talk about, like, other stuff I want to stream, to be honest. If I do another combo pack night, which might... I don't think I'll do it next week, but maybe the week after, one of the games I would actually like to do for one is I'd just like to... Well, no, it's a Nicalis game, but I kind of want to play VVVVV on stream. I guess it'd be fine. I play Isaac on stream. And I think, like, people are enough of adults to know that if I play a Nicalis game on stream, it's not me being like, yo, Nicalis is actually, like, awesome, though. They just happen to publish games that I'm interested in sometimes. But I did a full playthrough of that. I feel like if I did a second playthrough of it, I could do even better. And it's, like, a very short game. Also, actually, something I do want to stream at some point, and maybe this could happen next month. I want to stream fucking this Super Mario 64 mod that makes it into Spamton, because it looks like really high effort. Like they get like new music in there. They get like, yeah, every Mario is edited to be like a messed up Spamton. That looks like that could be fun, and like I could use an excuse to just like play all of Mario 64 in a stream again. Because I like Mario 64. I think it's a really good game. Something else that's technically a restream that I want to do Sonic Adventure 2 again. Because I feel like that's one of those games that I could get like a nice big one-off out of. And also I've been watching KZ Excellence, Sonic the Hedgehog Marathon archived on YouTube. And it's been making me want to play Sonic. And these Sonic Frontiers. Oh, it wasn't even published by Nicalis on Steam? Wait, where did I hear that VVVVV was published by Nicalis? Can someone look up VVVVV Nicalis? I straight up thought that was published by Nicalis. Was it not? Was I wrong? I mean, if it wasn't, that's dope. That makes me feel even better about it. Maybe they published console ports, I don't know. Okay, yeah, it was the console ports that they published. Got it. I see, I see. They actually did get a decent amount of mid, but we got right up in their shit, so it didn't matter. Dude, we had someone with the dab. T-Boy Wrath with the dab, though. Oh, okay. Definitely that'll happen, then. Again, I will not make a promise for any time soon. Oh, wait, I gotta level up on my catalog. It's fine. I could leave the match next round to get another level up anyways. I think I still have another level up meal. But I am craving Sonic again. I need to play a little bit of Sonic soon. And thank you, Michael, for the follow. Hi, Michael. Game is still set to TF2? Oh, shit. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for telling me. Alright. Ow. I got one person. Oh, I'm fighting T-Boy Wrath now, though. This is inter-community violence. I think T-Boy Wrath might also be extremely good at the game because his team is beating my team's ass. What is this like anime cat girl? What the hell? It's like a 2000s era anime cat girl. That's that shit they got on like how to draw manga. I couldn't swim away in time. Yeah, I think my team is getting our asses beat, and is, like, not even close. To be fair, they have McLove in it, though. That guy's world's biggest McDonald's fan, he wouldn't lose for nothing. God, I need to, like, figure out exactly what the countdown is for Sonic Frontiers at this point. This is embarrassing to think about, but there was one time where I did set, like, a countdown on my phone for a video game. It was for Fire Emblem Fates. That's the only time I've ever had, like, a countdown on my phone waiting for a video game release date. And it is for one of my least favorite video games of all time. Do you guys understand, like, Fire Emblem Fates is, like, already, like, not that good. And then just, like, I had such immense hype towards it. I was so ready for it. I'm sorry who was ever joining the game. I did say that I had to leave for my catalog and also to get my level up. Yeah, I gotta get my battle EXP. This is my last one. I needed to be near the Splatfest again, because I kept getting those tickets from this machine. And I kept getting, like, the seashells. And I mean, hey, she sells seashells on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall. Due to the laws of supply and demand, no one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step 1, it's created a sense of scarcity. People... I can't do it. I'm sorry. Catalog. General. It's 23 days to Sonic Frontiers. Let's fucking go. I had a sticker. The Sea Snail Man! Don't sing that song, I'll become British. I want to get both seashell mans. Listen, if I couldn't become British before, it's not gonna happen now. The only way I'm becoming British is if I get sold to One Direction. See, that's disgusting. Do they actually, like, say mumfucker in Britland? I think you made that up, and either way, it's fucked up. God, I'm fucking stoked for Sonic Frontiers, though. I, at the very least, like, listen, I liked Sonic Forces. I think I'm gonna like Sonic Frontiers. And hello, V, welcome. Welcome. I mean, it looks like a game that'll be fun for me. And if it's only fun for me and nobody else, so be it. But I mean, like, I'm just happy to have a new Sonic game to look forward to after, like, 5 years. God, it has been 5 years since Sonic Forces, huh? I'm sorry, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, and I've been thinking about it a lot. But I mean... we'll see what happens. I am streaming Sonic Frontiers day 1. If I have to do it in the morning, so be it, but, like, I will be streaming that game day 1. I'm always gaming hard. I'm the #1 tryhard, United States. please stream the Switch version? Well, the thing is, like, the GameStop by my house might be permanently closed, so I would have to order it off of Amazon, and there's no guarantee. Like, Amazon is weird, and, like, it does, like, shit doesn't get there day one sometimes. So I'll try my best, but, you know, it might not happen. But I mean, I got a few ways I can try it. I can do the Switch version. I can do my computer. I could do Steam Deck once I get the dock in. Again, like, that's something I'm gonna order, like, next paycheck. Because this Thursday, I'm gonna be spending some money when I'm with Jen. Most likely. Yeah, I mean, like, playing it on Steam Deck would probably not be, like, fundamentally different from me playing it on my PC, but it could be interesting. How's it been working for me? It works well. Genuinely, like, it's fucking weird. I've had very little trouble running stuff on Steam Deck, including stuff that it said was, like, not, like, feasible. Except for Kero Blaster. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? What the hell happened? Yeah, I'm back. Hello. Did it just do the not like this screen at least? The problem is I might have to change my encoder, which would make stuff like Resident Evil 8 work worse. It didn't? Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Well, I figured out that problem. It's the encoder I currently use. Okay. Well, that's annoying. It buffered 6 times, then stream went offline. Okay. I see, I see. Yeah, I just had, like, a random, like, internet down spike. But at least it's not, like... At least it's not happening a million times. Oh, what happened here? There we go. I'm trying to think of, like, what else I want to stream, like, at the end of this year. I mean, I want to finish FF7 Remake, obviously. I want to finish RE8. I don't know, like, Scarlet and Violet might be the last, like, big stream series of the year. Maybe, maybe not. Papa's Burgeria. True. I do need to do more Flash games. There is another planned Flash game night, but when I do it, I'm not sure of yet. We shall see. Goodbye, Reflex. Ow. I killed 2 people, I'll take it. Splatoon is not a game necessarily about killing people, but it's funny. Nope. Not even close. Nope. Want to stream Sackboy when it comes to Steam so bad? Not really. That's like something I'd get on sale. I actually still need to stream God of War. I need to buy Spider-Man. I want to play Spider-Man more than I want to play Sackboy. Can they just bring, like, Little Big Planet 1 or 2 to Steam? Well, no, because that's a PS3 game, and we're not going to put in the effort to port a PS3 game. Shouldn't have made the hardware so hard to understand in the first place, dummy. Those poor servers don't exist anymore, because they got, like, hacked or something. Find it funny that the first chapter of a Splatoon manga is a turf war against the Splatoon military. I mean, that's essentially what turf war is in canon. It's just like war recreations. I escaped you because I'm a genius. Thank you, Max. You're a super player. Ow. Honestly, like, that's the next thing I want to do. After FF7 Remake. Or maybe even after RE8, honestly. Probably FF7 Remake, though, because they both take up so much fucking storage on PC. I want to stream God of War 2018. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You don't want to know Splatoon lore, you will cry. Sorry. I'd stream Devil May Cry, but I think maybe we need a bit before I stream Devil May Cry, considering Kamiya. I think he directed the first game, and maybe another game in the series. And he's currently the main character of Twitter. So maybe I'd wait a bit on that. I was the #1 inker on my team, though. Let's go. I'll take it. But yeah, I'd like to stream God of War. Have I played the Potion Craft beta? No, because I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. He was the director of the original. Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe I'll go out of order. Maybe I'll stream Devil May Cry 5 first. I do have that. I actually installed that on my Steam Deck, too, because I was thinking of playing it, but then I was like, I should probably play the other ones first. Am I still thinking about getting a VR headset? I thought about it a bit more, and it's like, not right now. I'm still gonna wait a while on that. Because, like, the main thing is just, like, space. I would have to, like, rearrange my whole room for that, and, like, at that point, it'd be, like, I have to be committed to it. I have to be committed to it because I'd have to fucking change how my room is arranged to do it. It's a game where you mix potions and you also sell them. You take the ingredients and put them in the mortar and pestle and they go squelch. Mm-hmm. I don't know, I hadn't heard of it before. Was there, like, a big game release in December that I was, like, decently excited for, or am I misremembering? Because, like, Sonic Frontiers and Pokemon Scarlet Violet are the ones for next month. I was excited for Bayonetta 3 until, like, very recently, as we all know. What video game exists next month? Or not next month, the month after. Like, what can I expect around the Christmas time? Crisis Core remake? Oh yeah, maybe. Is that really in December? Damn. I thought it was later. I thought it was next year. Although, I guess that's when Part 2 of FF7 Remake is. Why did they make 2 Pokemon games that are the same game, but like a palette swap? For money. I mean, that's part of it, to be fair. It's also because they wanted to encourage the multiplayer aspects of it. Like, they figured if they make a different version of the game where you get, like, different exclusive Pokemon, it would, like, encourage trading more. But it also is just because, like, it makes them a ludicrous amount of money to do so. Like, Pokemon sales are obviously big. Like, there's probably a decent amount of people who buy both versions. I'm honestly considering buying both Scarlet and Violet, since I just have, like, the money for it. I'll even say, to be honest, I bought a copy of Shining Pearl, even though I have a copy of Brilliant Diamond, just because it was, like, half off. Yeah, I mean, they started selling them both in bundles. And we're also, like... I think with Sword and Shield, they're trying to make it so they keep people to buying those 2 versions. Wasn't there a Pokemon Uranium? That was a fan game. That was a fan game. It was a very popular fan game, but it was a fan game. Players waiting to join. Who is joining my game? My good friend Audio. Was meant it no longer is. No, it still exists, but I'm pretty sure they got, like, a DMCA from Nintendo or Pokemon Company just because it was big enough that, like, people thought it was a real game. I could be wrong. They could have not taken it down, but, like, would anybody really be surprised? Like, oh my god, they took down a Nintendo fan game? Like, yeah, water is wet. Duh. They always do that shit. Although the observation has been, for the most part, when Nintendo takes down fan games, it's usually, like, direct remakes. But they've done it for other things, too. Like Pokemon Uranium would be an example of them taking down something that wasn't, like, a remake or anything. But, I mean, like, a lot of Mario fan games that get taken down are, like, direct remakes of, like, Mario 1 or, like, a different game. I mean, the Mario 64 PC port, that got taken down. AM2R is, like, a pretty big example of something that got taken down. Basically, anything that they see that would, like, literally directly compete with a product that they have, like, yeah, they're taking that shit down. And that's not me saying they're right to do so. I think that they're fucking cowards for doing so, but it is an observable pattern. For the most part, if they're taking down a fan game, it's because it's like a remake. Honestly, I would be surprised if the Mario Portal game didn't get taken down. But I still want to play that at some point. If I could find that online. Actually, like, I'm legit looking that up right now. It's still up! What? Oh my god, it never got taken down. They took down a Mario fan NSFW game on the basis that Bowser was too accurate in the game. You know, here's a funny fact about Nintendo. They bought, like, the rights to a... It was like a Super Mario Brothers, like, porn parody, and they bought the rights specifically so that nobody could do anything with it anymore. I ain't even mad about that one. That's just funny as fuck. But they do own, like, a Mario porn thing. No, yeah, this is true. This is like, real facts. And you'll never see them do anything with that. For obvious reasons. We have canon measurements? Well, I wouldn't say canon. I would say that Nintendo very likely, retconned anything that would have been in the Super Mario Brothers porn parody. Nintendo in general just kind of retcons things from the Mario lore whenever it serves its purpose. Remember when they said in Mario Odyssey he's not a plumber anymore? And it's like, that's fucked up. That's not true. You're lying. Don't say that shit. It's also funny, like, people were... I saw a few people, like, well, what the hell? Like, the Super Mario Brothers Illumination movie is, like, a isekai? And it's like, yeah, Mario, like, at least in, like, the Super Show canon, was, like, a isekai. It was, like, Mario, like literally, the theme song of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show states... They were working on a drain pipe, and they got sucked down the drain. The Mario OVA probably was one also. There's probably, like, a few good iterations of Mario where it's, like, explicitly an isekai. And it's very funny to say that, because, like... It's the same thing as Pokemon. Like, you had, like, Pokemon challenges stating, like, Pokemon is not a JRPG, and if you think it is, you're fucking stupid. And it's like, no, it's obviously, like, a JRPG. It's just, like, a very mainstream example to the point where, like, if you think about a JRPG, you don't immediately think of Pokemon, even though it's the literal most prominent example. But, like, yeah, multiple iterations of Mario are explicitly isekais. You could even say Mario 3D World is technically one, too, because, like, the entire Mario cast gets taken to the Sprixie Kingdom. If it's an RPG from Japan, it's automatically a JRPG. Kinda, yeah. I feel like JRPG typically dictates, like, turn-based combat. But, like, yeah. It's weird. Like, action RPGs, I don't know if I'd... Like, even if they are from Japan, I don't know if I'd call an action RPG, like, a JRPG. I feel like JRPG, like, is, like, specifically, like, a lot of turn-based or active time battle. Like, you get your Final Fantasies, you get your Dragon Quests. You get, like, Octopath Traveler. That's what, like, a JRPG is to me. And I feel like Pokemon does qualify for that. It's just, like... Monster catching is, like, a subgenre of the JRPG. It started with Dragon Quest V, and, like, there's been a few examples of it over the year, but, like, Pokemon is obviously the most mainstream example of a video game that is a JRPG monster catching game. Listen, Pokemon challenges, I respect that you beat Emerald Kaizo, but you gotta stop posting bait on Twitter, man. Sort of a futile effort to put games and art into general classifications. I mean, yeah. Think about how music has, like, a million different subgenres upon subgenres, and people will make up a genre that's just called, like, Blorpo Pop, and it's like, what the hell is that? And it's just like, it's just about the vibes. And, like, to be fair, like, a lot of video game classifications are a little archaic. Because it's, like, they're all, like, most of the classifications that have existed are all stuff from the 90s, or, like, the 80s. Like, we still have, like, a general, like, action games genre, and it's like, what does that mean? Most video games have action in them. Same with the term RPG. Role-playing game? You play a role in most video games. Excited for Knuckle Sandwich? I forgot that was coming out. When is that? Did they ever, like, give, like, a release date or even release year? But, I mean, I know that game got a No Word song in it. So, automatically, I'm like, that's dope. It's close to being done? Ooh, I might check that out. To be honest. Anything, like, Mother-inspired? Like, hell yeah. Well, not everything Mother-inspired. Love the No Word song from the first trailer. No Word is, like, one of the best in the game. IMO. Yeah, Stinky Boy Strut is dope. You saw Omuri on a shelf at GameStop yesterday and almost screamed. Honestly, when I said that statement, I was thinking of Y2K and you somehow one-upped me. This is not an Omuri fan safe zone. If you like Omuri, go fuck yourself. You don't get it. It's fucking shit. It's fucking shit. And if you like it, you should feel bad. Alright, I did my contractual obligation. Now I can say, I don't care about Omuri. But I pissed some people off, which is what's important. Maybe you should just play a good video game like, Splatoon 3? See, I think, like, very recently I chugged the haterade a bit too much, and now I can't go back. Andrew Brophy said his main 3 inspirations for the game and none were Earthbound. Fair enough. I would have thought Earthbound was, like, an inspiration, but if he explicitly stated, like, no, like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I chugged the haterade too much, and, like, it's important to note also that, like, I'm a fucking adult with a job. I don't, like, it does not affect me that much if people are into, like, shitty media that I don't like, because, listen, I'm into Fire Emblem, that's, like, objectively bad media. I think, like, everybody is allowed one bad piece of media. Like, you can like a Danganronpa, you can like a Homestuck, you could like a Persona, you could like Overwatch, but you're only allowed one. And if you go above that, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. I got Fire Emblem and that's it. And I'm not, like, I refuse to extend my bad media intake any further, and I think that's just what you have to do to remain sane. Like, if you're a fan of both, like, Fire Emblem and Persona, that's too much. You gotta pick a struggle. And people are gonna be like, oh, but Persona's awesome, it's like one of the highest JRPGs of all time. Yeah, but it's also weird about teenagers, so it fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. You're gonna go on a mission to consume all bad media? Honestly, you're, like, God's strongest soldier, and I respect that. I respect that. You should play, well, you can't... Here's the problem. You can play Overwatch 2, you can't play Overwatch 1. Because Overwatch 1 doesn't exist anymore. So already, this is a futile effort. Damn, I hope that Ultra Stamp didn't just win them the game. It was not God who put you here, but a being further out and much more indescribable. I respect that. You thought you were going insane the other day when people were preaching that Persona 4 was good, and you were like, did we play the same game? Dude, Persona 4 is so fucking awesome, though. My favorite part of Persona 4 is, I don't know, the homophobic part, I guess. Again, listen, if you're into Persona, that's fine, but it's the only one you get. Don't get into Danganronpa, don't get into Homestuck. You already picked your struggle. This is the standard I am holding all human beings to. You get one. So if you want to be a Homestuck fan, go for it. If you want to be a Danganronpa fan, go for it. If you want to be a Fire Emblem fan, go for it. I'm one too. But we can't do more than one. You have to pick a struggle. I have to be why do my friends get to be on the friend team? Your one bad media would probably be Bethesda games. Honestly, I don't know if they're bad enough to qualify. Like, I feel like Bethesda games are still of, like, a general high enough quality. And they don't leave a bad enough taste in anybody's mouth, really, to, like, qualify for this list. Someone assign you a bad piece of media? I don't know, you were into, like, Fate Grand Order for a bit. That's like, that's like up there. Well, you're not anymore? Oh, what do you want me to do about that? You have to keep in mind that, like, they're bad pieces of media for a reason. None of the answers are gonna make you happy, no matter what I say. All of the answers for what I could say here would be miserable. Because that's the name of the game. Your assigned bad piece of media is Family Guy. You have maybe one media then? Well, what is your bad piece of media, V? I will rate this. I'm the one who decides these kinds of things because I made it up arbitrarily. Just like I made up Poop Step, and it's like an arbitrary genre that doesn't exist. Ow. Well, it took a while for audio to get me, but... It's an anime that you only got into because Twitter was going apeshit and you wanted to form your own opinion and enjoyed it. Alright, there's probably a good few anime that would qualify. Is it like a My Hero Academia? That would qualify. Izuka-chan wants to hang out. That title does, like, I don't know what that is, but that title does not ensue confidence. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. It's the one with the smug-looking blonde anime girl. I'm doing incognito tab because I don't know what this is. Oh, it's this thing. This thing is terrifying. Alright, well if this is your one, I'll accept it. But you only get this one. Alright? Again, like you picked your struggle, you gotta live with it. Yeah, no, when people had like that girl as their icon, they had like the worst takes on Twitter. It was always people too who were like, SJWs are offended by this show because this woman has big boobies. And it's like, I'm not offended by the show. I'm not offended by its existence, I just think it looks kind of ugly. It's like Big Mouth for Japan. I don't know. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Like, big booby anime girls don't offend me. But I do reserve the right to think that they're ugly. It's not comparable. It kinda is. She's really ugly. She's ugly enough that I would compare her to, like, one of those big mouth guys. I had, like, a friend in college, who I'm not friends with anymore, who tried to convince me to watch Big Mouth. Thankfully, I cannot be dissuaded. If, like, the closest people in my life can't convince me to watch things or play certain games, like, there's no way that, like, this person from college was gonna convince me to watch Big Mouth. She may be ugly, but you've seen both and the themes and story structure are completely different. Well, I mean, Big Mouth for Japan was gonna have some changes, so it's fine. Damn, we kind of getting our asses beat right now. I'm on, like, the mom team right now. Tuddy and Tuddy's mom. Alright, I'm gonna sneak through. I didn't do a very good job sneaking through. I didn't even get to use it. Listen, it's fine. And again, it's, like, fine to have, like, one bad media. Everybody's allowed one, but you only get one. Otherwise, it's critical. Or not critical, it's terminal. Well, I got the kill. I died for it, but I got the kill. Had 2 Booyah Bombs. I had a mother and son combo. My favorite, I posted on Twitter recently, I figured out how to do the boot ups for the Steam Deck, a custom boot up. And my favorite comments I've gotten on it so far are not even people, like, commenting on, like, the AVGN joke. They're just commenting, like, yo, I saw what game you have. I got multiple comments from people who were like, yo, you playing Carol Blaster? That's awesome. And to be fair, Carol Blaster is a good game. I checked on it, and I got a comment, or, like, it was, like, a tag from someone who was like, I saw Sonic! I saw Sonic! And I was like, yeah, I was playing Sonic Frontiers, or not Frontiers, Forces on there. Like, let's fucking go. I'm glad that someone was happy to see my boy Sonic. Nobody's pointed out Project Diva yet, though. I'm a little disappointed nobody's pointed out Project Diva. Everybody get one? True. Someone, like, added the comment, I also got a Wii Switch Lite. And it's like, well, no, because it's a regular Switch now, because it has a dock. We gotta be mature about this. Ow. Wait, what's a Family Guy bit? Oh, I need to take my meds also, so I go to bed at a decent time. Although, knowing me, I'm probably going to bed at, like, 2 o'clock. It is what it is. It be how it be. Oh, this guy's blasting? Here to announce that we're blasting? Blaster? I think the funniest, actually, like, the funniest comment on the AVGN, well, not comment, it was a tag, but the funniest tag that someone put on the AVGN Steam Deck boot up was tagging it as Looney Tunes, which, I mean, yeah, Bugs Bunny was in it, to be fair, but it's just funny. It's just funny to me. Like, someone saw that, and they didn't take it as anything else other than, like, oh yeah, this is, like, Looney Tunes. Because Bugs Bunny is there. Don't know what the hell this cunt's on about, but that is Looney Tunes. Oh, I was hoping we'd have enough time so I could toss a bomb. Alright, I'll check out this Family Guy bit after the stream, because if I played a Family Guy bit on stream, I would get sniped. Oh, my catalog! Oh, but my friends are still in the game. I could do it later. Maybe once the maps change in like an hour. I mean, at that point, I probably just stop playing the game. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll play until the maps change. Oh, I need to take my pill. This is a med check. Take your meds, everyone. Got 3 minutes till pill time? Well, just don't forget, okay? Otherwise, there would have been no point to the med check. Thought we were playing Splat Zones. No, if you play with me, you're probably playing Turf War. I very rarely play the ranked modes. Although I'd probably be more comfortable playing the ranked modes with friends now that you can kind of just hop in easily. But, like, playing ranked modes, like, solo is, like, fucking miserable. And I never want to do it. I stayed in the Splat Bomb, because I just really wanted to get rid of the sonar. Damn it. No, I had the high ground. I need to stop going on this platform, I think. Alright, water rose. Or water dropped. One or the other. Get out of here. What? What killed me? God damn it. I almost fell in the water. It's like the perfect counter to my whole deal is the heavy splatling. Where does the ink come from? The guns, I guess. That was my assumption. We turbo lost this one. I kind of just kept getting owned over and over again. You wanted the lore reason? I don't know if there is a specific lore reason. We actually came closer than I thought we would. Actually, that was way closer than I thought it'd be. Inklings and etc. are made up of ink, so it comes from themselves. I was still the #1 inker. Even though all I did was get fucking wrecked a bunch. Oh, I mean, yeah. They're squids. That's why they do ink. Now I'm on the friend team, finally. Honestly, like, part of the reason I probably haven't played this game as much as I could is just because I want them to add more maps. I kind of think, like, only having 12 maps in the game is, like, a little tiring. Like, Splatoon 2 probably had, like, 30-plus maps by the end of it. If we could get up to, like, 40 in this game, I think that'd be a good place to be. Because, like, in a 24-hour period, you would have very few repeats. Also, I think that they should make it so there's 3 maps in the rotation at a time. That would probably be too much at this point, because there's only, like, 12 fucking maps in the game, but I feel like if we get to a point where there's, like, 30 maps in the game, like, there should be, like, a 3-map rotation. Okay, I do not win this battle against a blaster. Yeah, no, the fact that there was a blaster there, like, their entire squad pulled up to kill me. It's fine. Shit, I might have done something if you didn't have resistance from just spawning. Man, a Discord server I'm in is doing a watch party for the Owl House. I never seen that one, though. I know, like, a good chunk of my friends are super into the Owl House, though. I feel like a few months ago, or maybe even more recent than that, I was, like, talking shit, like, I don't like story-based cartoons, but I think, like, after watching Adventure Time, I might actually be craving one a little bit. But maybe not that much, because I am watching, like, 3 anime at the same time, me and Jen. We've been watching Mob Psycho, we've been watching, Spy X Family, we've been watching Pop Team Epic. And at the very least, like, Spy X Family and Mob Psycho have an ongoing story. I have never seen Avatar in my life. I've perhaps never even seen a single episode of it, to be honest. I don't know, you have to keep in mind also that I basically don't watch stuff unless I'm watching it with Jen. So, like, it'd have to, like, if you were gonna sell me on a cartoon, you'd also have to sell Jen on a cartoon. Like, I've been watching a lot more stuff lately, and it's because I've been watching it with Jen. We even watched, like, the first episode of Chainsaw Man. Oh, shit! Thank you, Socks, for the raid. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I thought it was somewhere around here. Thank you, Galeem Meme, for the follow. Hi, everyone. I hope you had a good night of Paper Mario. Hell yeah. We are under fucking attack. That's fine. Who joining my game? Joey! Let's go. Hello, 7 named Sam. Welcome. Socks peed a little. You're gonna have to elaborate on that one, because when you just say it like that, it sounds really bad for them. Socks PX. Smelt like twink in there. That just happened. Under NDA? Alright, listen. If everybody's trying to tell me that Socks pissed on stream, I guess I would have found out one way or another. And I'm not even gonna say I'm disappointed, because I just kind of think it's funny. If that's what we're talking about. Was it a laugh pee or a scared pee? I'm trying to imagine, like, someone pissing themselves out of fear in Paper Mario 64. I have not played that game, but I'm trying to imagine what's the scary part of Paper Mario 64. Ain't you Socks, P? Scariest part of Paper Mario 64 is that they don't make the ones like that anymore. What the hell? I don't even like Sticker Star. Man, this game sucks. Oh, we are getting Trizuka. We are getting blasted. Said so very many things that stream. I'm glad. Socks is always saying things. Socks is perhaps the person who said the most in the world. Although I'd have to ask Guinness about that. Yeah, no, the fucking foot part of Thousand Year Door is the worst one. And it's scary and it's sad that they put that there. And honestly, like, people point out, like, oh, Fire Emblem's kind of like a pervert game a little bit because they got, like, fan service girls. But, like, nothing in Fire Emblem has ever been more perverted than the foot dragon from Thousand Year Door. I actually think, like, someone needed to be, like, arrested for the dragon in Thousand Year Door. The what dragon? I'm so sorry that this is how you find out. That's fucked up. I think, like Hooktail needs to be destroyed, I think. This is why Super Paper Mario outsold. Says someone who hasn't finished either game. To be fair, though, I probably got further in Super Paper Mario than I did Thousand Year Door. They're dead now? Well, that's because justice exists in the world, but fair. Fair. Why can you only pee when laughing or scared? You pee for many more reasons than that. Watch out, chat, we got a pisser on our hands. Fire Emblem Fates has stuff that's worse. I mean... Yeah. No, listen. I have played Fire Emblem Fates probably more than anyone here. I know what you mean. But other than Fire Emblem... Okay, also other than Awakening. Other than Fates and Awakening. Is the game creepy or funny? Splatoon or Fire Emblem Fates? Yeah, Fates has the face petting minigame, which they took out of the Western localization. The whole face petting trend just didn't catch on in America like it did over in Japan. Man, it was fucking wild being a part of, like, the Fates hype train and seeing, like, one of the things people decried about the game being the censorship, and it's like, oh my god, they made the game so much worse. What the hell? They censored it. And it's like, the censorship in Fire Emblem Fates isn't even, like, in the top, like, 20, like, things wrong with that game. Fire Emblem Fates is, like, a psychological experiment to, like, torture people. Was it face petting or head pats? No, it was face petting. I feel like you probably could have more easily gotten away with, like, head pats. But it was face petting. Which, granted, honestly, in 2022, I wouldn't even say that's that risque. But, like, considering everything else in Fire Emblem Fates, it wouldn't have made me feel any better about it. If Pokemon could do it, why can't they? Well, I mean, Pokemon are like animals, but I guess they're also, like, fucked up Pokemon people. Like, Machamp is not a Pokemon, that's a human man. I don't care what the Pokedex classifies it as, Machamp is like someone I see on my commute. Fucking tragic thinking back to being 15 and Fates first being announced, and we were all so excited we thought it was gonna be good. Literally. Ugh. Nintendo repeatedly puts Senran Kagura games on their systems to this day. I mean, yeah, like, especially, like, the Nintendo Switch. Like, the Nintendo Switch just has, like, pervert games on it. I think, like, very early on in the Switch's life, I sent, like, a message to Jen where we ended up, like, talking about, like, a, like, pervert game on the Switch. And I made, like, a joke that was, like, I went crazy on the game and I rotated, like, the Joy-Cons around like a madman and I just ended up killing, like, the hentai girl. You wish you saw a huge four-armed guy on your commute? Pervert game? It's just, like, any game that's just, like, the whole point of the game is, like, fan service. That's what I mean when I just refer to pervert game. Switch took over the Vita's niche of pervert games? True. I mean, honestly, now it's the Steam Deck. Like, because the Steam Deck has the entire Steam back catalog, like, the Steam Deck is the perfect pervert console. Alright, if you're dying to play Hentai 2 on the go, I'm not going to. I'm going to play better games on the go, but you could do it. This is true also. The Steam Deck can boot the Switch. But also, like, the thing is, like, not everything works perfectly yet, you know. A lot of the Nintendo first-party games work fine on, like, the Switch emulator. But you're not gonna get that guarantee for, like, a lot of third-party games. So there's probably still a few, like, pervert games that you could only play on the Switch, and not really the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is very good. I got one very recently, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And I would recommend it to anybody who's, like, into PC gaming, but also really likes handhelds. Because that's me. If you want to know the reason I've been a Switch shill, I was, like, big into, like, the DS, the 3DS. I love the old Game Boys. I'm a fucking handheld lover. Which is funny because I don't like the PSP or the Vita. But I also, like, the thing is, like, this is kind of true of the Game Gear too, but I like the Game Gear. It's funny. I always, what kind of fan service? Like tits in your face. I don't think. What was I trying to say? Like, I like handhelds a lot. I never liked Sony's handhelds because it always felt like it was so secondary to them. You know what I mean? Like, for Nintendo handhelds, like, Nintendo always treated them as if they were, like, a core part of their business. The PSP and, like, the PS Vita were always just, like, marketed. Well, not necessarily marketed, but they always came out, and they were always just, like, worse versions of their consoles. Like, the PS Vita is just a worse PS4. The PSP is, like, a worse PS3. Xehanort? You modded your new 3DS XL last night, and it's been, like, Christmas. I need to do that still. I mean, I know the meme is that it's super easy to do, but I haven't done it yet. I have a modded Wii U. I mean, I will say I love my Switch a lot. It's gonna be much harder to, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna buy, like, a third-party game on the Switch again. Now that I have a Steam Deck, I think, like, unless it somehow is, like, a Switch exclusive and it doesn't come to Steam, like, there's basically no way I'm getting a third-party game on the Switch unless it's, like, I don't know. I like to get physical copies of games, so I guess it's not completely true, but, like, you know what I mean. Nintendo putting SD and micro SD ports into their systems and zero copy protection. At some point, like, I'd love to mod homebrew my original Switch. Granted, I have so many games for it that there's not, like, a huge point in me doing this, but mostly I just want an easy way to play, like, Switch mods. Or, like, you know, like, Pokemon hacks and stuff like that. And again, this is probably something I could do on the Steam Deck, but I'm a little bit of a whore for, like, the original, like, form factor. Like, if I'm playing, like, a GameCube game and I don't have a GameCube controller, like, I could still do it, but I'll probably not like it as much. The opposite, you play almost everything on handheld Switch? Mm-hmm. Well, I do that too. I mostly play in handheld mode. Like, on these streams, I obviously have to play in docked mode, but, like, basically anytime I play a Switch game on my own, it's in handheld mode. If I'm not streaming a game, I'm playing it in handheld mode. How are the sticks and buttons on the Steam Deck among other controllers and handhelds of the time? Surprisingly good. I thought, like, when I first saw the Steam Deck, I thought it looked all too cramped, but considering how big and fucking bulky it is, it's actually, like, not that big of a problem. The only thing I'll say is that the D-pad's kind of mid. I like, it's fine. It gets the job done, but I wouldn't say it's among one of my favorite D-pads. But you probably shouldn't take my word for it, because I'm a sick fuck. I kind of like the D-pad buttons. But specifically because the D-pad buttons on the Switch are extremely good for Tetris. Everyone had the same emote except me. I had a slightly different one. But yeah, the Steam Deck is like a bulky fucker. This thing is probably like twice the size of the Switch, I would say. Like, just in terms of, like, the sheer bulk, it's fucking big. Like, obviously, it's still, like, a handheld console. Like, you could still, like, if you bring a case with you, you can still bring it places, but, listen, I think, like, I used to, like, fit my Switch into, like, my big-ass, like, sweatpants pockets. I don't think I could not do that with the Steam Deck. There's no fucking way that thing is fitting in. It does not matter how big those pockets get, it's just never happening. You would need some, like, insane pockets. Do Steam Decks have SSD ports? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I just, like, opted for, like, the highest storage model, because I was just like, okay, I want to have as many games installed at a time. I know it has SD card slots. You could put, like, a micro SD in. I don't know if you could do, like, hard drives or SSDs. You might be able to. It's, like, one of the things about the Steam Deck is that it seems to be, like, a little moddable. Like, not as easily, like, customizable. It's like a PC, but, like, you could probably do stuff like replace the CPU or, like, add a little more storage. You can download RAM. We should all download RAM, by the way. It has a micro SD card slot. Yeah. I'm guessing that's it, then. I should get, like, a micro SD card for my Steam Deck at some point so I could have more storage. Because, like, half a terabyte is just, like, it's fine. But, like, if I want to play, like, bigger games on it, like, it's not the same. Would the Steam Deck take up the same space as an Xbox controller, a phone, and a glasses case? Yeah, and probably a little more. Like, not much more, but a little more. Like, it's a big fucker. I would say the Steam Deck is, like... Yeah, it's, like... Honestly, like, probably even bigger than a football. Again, it's, like, it's a big, bulky fucker. But we're also in the... We're at a part where, like, portable... Like, handheld consoles are not necessarily portable anymore. You know, like, you could bring a DS with you places, you could bring a Game Boy with you places, and just, like, put them in your pocket. You can't do that with, like, a Switch or a Steam Deck. I think one thing I will say that the Switch absolutely has on the Steam Deck is that the Switch's OS works so much faster. Like, the Steam Deck is kind of slow to launch. It can freeze up in, like, the OS a decent amount. Because it's just, like, it's a baby computer. It's a baby computer, and it's got all the problems that come with being a baby computer. You know, the Switch is very pick up and play. You probably have to put a little more thought into playing a Steam Deck. Like, you know, you have to think, like, I want to play this game on my Steam Deck, and then you have to wait for it all to load up, and then you can do it. Meanwhile, the Switch is just, like, you take it up, like, I take it out, it, like, instantly works. I was gonna use it as an example, and then I remembered I was streaming on it. But if I went to the home menu, and I wanted to play a different game, it'd take, like, no time at all. I don't want to go to the computer. Pretty much. Pretty much that's what this Steam Deck is. What do you mean a communication error has occurred? This is why you use a gaming laptop? Yeah, I suppose like a gaming laptop and a Steam Deck kind of serve a similar purpose. Although a Steam Deck, I would say, is probably more pick up and play than a gaming laptop. Alright, so I got a communication error. Let's check out the general store. I still got some gas in me. Again, I'll probably play until the maps change. Joey, I gotta be honest, I wasn't even paying attention to your splash tag. What was it? I have like tunnel vision. I don't check these kinds of things. Your gripe with portable devices is that you won't use a portable device if it's only for games? I guess that's fair. I mean, I have like a big PC that basically lets me do anything I want. So, like, I've never really had that problem with, like, portable gaming consoles and such. And plus, I have a phone. Like, a phone is just, like... That's for where I do whatever I need to do. I think you would like my splash tag. Let me see if I could, like, find you. You're not at my friends' lockers. This is so sad. I ain't got no iPhone. You want it to be a surprise? Alright, alright. MILF Lover, let's go! How are you getting away with a username like that in Splatoon? Homie, you're gonna get banned by Nintendo. That's your username? No, it's not. Joey, I know too much about you to know that's not true. Dad left 89. Awesome. That's my username, okay? I'm talking about MILF Lover, not Dad left 89. We all know Shiver and Fries are violently kissing each other, right? Yeah. Ow. They were just kind of messing around on mid, so I thought it was safe. Reef Slider is so easy to dodge, just move out of the way. Easiest special to dodge. I'm definitely gonna get killed by this roller, but that's fine. Goodbye, MILF Lover. What if they explode first? That hasn't happened. Every time I've gotten hit by the Reef Slider on stream, I just dodged. That's probably not true. Don't go back and look at the footage. Ow. I literally just don't get hit, is the thing. Reef Slider is a little OP. Is it? I don't know if I've ever really gotten caught by a Reef Slider that badly. I mean, I'm also the person who plays, like, the Ultra Stamp, and I keep hearing, like, oh yeah, the Ultra Stamp is, like, really bad. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I get kills with it all the time, and it's fine. Oh, the hitbox for it is so weird. What are you talking about? That's never been a problem for me. I've literally never had a problem with the Ultra Stamp's hitbox. See, I even caught it before it was said in chat. You love this stamp, but you straight up hit it point blank and it didn't kill someone? I don't even know. Is that like a latency thing? I've never had that problem. Like, whenever I go in front of someone and I hit them with the Ultra Stamp, they die. Am I the weird one? I haven't had a problem with the Ultra Stamp thus far. Maybe I'm the sick fuck. To be fair, I also, like, never jump with the Ultra Stamp. When I do the Ultra Stamp, I make sure I'm in an area that's, like, generally, like, pretty wide open. I should play a weapon with the Tentamissiles. Honestly, I was, like, a Tentamissiles head in Splatoon 2. But everybody always talked about, like, oh yeah, the Tentamissiles, like, fucking suck. But then Splatoon 3 rolls around and people are like, oh my god, the Tentamissiles are, like, OP. They hit so fast. And it's like, fuck, I'm missing out now because I don't play any weapons that use the Tentamissiles. What are some weapons that have the Tentamissiles in this game? Tentamissiles don't suck, they're just annoying. I tried to toss a bomb. I died too quickly. You were in a match the other day where someone used Tentamissiles 13 times in a match? That's fucking awesome. Let's go. I mean, Audio had that one replay of the one player who was, like, playing, like, it was some ranked mode, and all they were doing the entire match was, like, inking turf so they could keep getting Tentamissiles. They refused to play the game any other way. It was all about the Tentamissiles. I'm surprised they didn't kill me. It was not awesome, it was ranked, and it was annoying, and you think all your teammates were pissed too. I think it's awesome because I love the devil. I love when people are hurt and violence occurs. That's what I would do. Maybe that's it. It's that I'm an evil, fucked up person, and I would do that. I would just keep being like, okay, we're gonna hit him with the 13 tandem missiles. How many bullets come out of the tandem missiles anyways? Isn't it like 6 missiles? So that would be like 6 times 13? How much is that? Do we have any mathematicians? Oh yeah, I gotta see your splash tag. Were you on the other team? No, you weren't. Can't do math? Well, 6 times 10 is 60. You go 66, 72, 78. It would be 78 tentamissiles. It was tower control. Ooh. Ooh. Man, that shit's funny. If I could find a weapon I'd like with tentamissiles, I'd use it. Math detected! Firing orbital laser! Oh my god, I saw it. Oh, it's the fucking reflux. Oh my god, the reflux is like evil with it. Wait, I have that. I should switch to that. It's been a hot minute since I played a little bit of reflux. If I remember after this match, I'll do it. Let's all do reflux. True. Any Bloblobber users? I never used the Bloblobber, but I remember people were really annoyed about it in Splatoon 2. I feel like that conversation, like, kinda died down. But I feel like when the Bloblobber first got added to Splatoon 2, everybody was like, oh my god, this is, like, the worst weapon in the game. This is, like, a noob weapon. It's just annoying. I don't know, I don't even consider these things, because I just play video games, and, like, sometimes things happen that inconvenience... Here's the problem, one of my favorite video games of all time is Earthbound, and that game is, like... That game goes out of its way to fuck with you and inconvenience you, and I think it's hilarious. So you can never ask me, like, oh, what do you think is annoying about this video game? Because I'd be like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I have I can never, like, I can't have a constructive conversation about this because Earthbound taught me that the most fun thing about video games is to fuck with people. And now I'm like a worse person for it. Even though it's like one of the most impactful video games I've ever played. Also, no problem, V. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Yeah, it's like I said earlier. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one bad piece of media that they can enjoy. And that's it. And you can't like any more. I guess I never had the problem with the Bloblobber because, like, when it got added, I don't think I was playing Splatoon 2 that much. And I feel like by the time I really started getting into Splatoon 2, like, the big evil thing that everybody hated was, the main power-up. Splatoon 3 does not have a damage up or main power-up yet, but, don't tempt the fates. That Zaza? Dude, how are people getting away with these names on the, like, Nintendo Switch? That's weird. dude, that's weed, that's marijuana, that's drugs. You think little Timmy's gonna know what the fuck that Zaza is? No, but Doug Bowser is. And what is Doug Bowser gonna do? He's gotta remove it, because otherwise he has to deal with parents who are like, little Doug Bowser is complicit with drug use. And then he's gonna be like, I didn't say that. Don't know if they're gonna bring it back, since Intensify Action has something from main power-up with aiming. I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, you could never be sure. Something evil may still happen. And it could all go to shit. I didn't kill anybody, but I got killed 5 times. Okay, let's go Reflux. Because I want to play with Tentamissiles. I forgot that this weapon is also extremely good for inking turf. Like, it does it so fast. I'm actually curious, because I remember when this game first came out, people were talking about, like, oh yeah, like, the Reflux and, like, the other one that's, like, the big boy version. Well, those weapons are not very good. Do people still think that, or did people, like, get used to them? Did people get used to the bow and arrow, or do people still think they're underpowered? Because I thought they were fine, but I also don't have any idea what Splatoon balancing is, because I play Turf War. Think they're okay, you just need to know how to use them. I keep forgetting to check your splash tag, Joey, honest to God. Me and this other guy got the bow and arrow on my team. I ain't even playing the game, I'm just inking base. You tried to jump scare me, but it didn't work. Don't you know I have nerves of steel, man? It's okay, I shot some missiles. They're good in ranked? That's good to know. You know what game I want to play? And probably on stream too? I want to play Cult of the Lamb. I just thought about that. We're like past the conversation of me talking about stuff I want to stream, but I do want to stream Cult of the Lamb. I should post my Steam library in stream suggestions and then be like, okay, everybody, pick a game that you want me to stream from there. That's how we're gonna do it from now on. Stream suggestions in the stream Discord does not get used very frequently, but also that's on me, because I have basically explicitly said on stream, like, yeah, I probably won't do many suggestions, because I kind of just play whatever I want. And yeah, I got reminded because that guy's name is Lamb in the game. Ow. I don't know, I thought this was gonna be funnier, you know, using the Reflux to get a bunch of ink and then Tentamissiles. It hasn't been that funny for me, mainly because I've maybe gotten to do the special twice. I need, like, a shooter that does Tentamissiles. This just ain't cutting it for me. Should be a ranked mode where you beat each other with a big rock. It's called Clam Blitz. I already got that one. They got that one, and it's the worst one by far. We could do a little bit of splatter shot. We do a little splatter shot here. Again, it's gonna be a little fucked up getting used to this, because now I have actual range, which I didn't have with the Splatoon-matic. Like, I can keep my distance a little bit. Take the shot. You know what's funny related to this stream? I've noticed that, like, comparative to how many followers I got on Tumblr whenever I had, like, a post blow up, like, I really don't get that many followers, and I'm pretty sure it's probably because, like, they go to my blog and see that I promo my stream all the time, and they're probably like, that's annoying. And you know what? You know what? That's fine. You know, if you can't handle me at my Tumblr, you don't deserve me at my Twitch. I am of the firm believer that the stuff I've done on my Twitch stream is immensely better than anything I do on, like, social media. Just because this is, like, something I'm passionate about, and not just, like, me putting, like, a post online. Wait, I stream unfollowed? Were you born yesterday? That was fucked up, actually. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Getting hit by the missiles. You know, we're probably not doing that great because I kind of just stuck around and spawned for a while. That was on me. I'm still playing as if I have the Sploosh-O-Matic, which I don't. Karma? Well, maybe doing bad in Splatoon is not karma. That's just like... That's like water in a well. It's like, that's how it's supposed to be. That was karma, though. Oh, wow, we're getting, like, Omega owned. Ties. Yeah, we kind of got a little decimated. Oh, we lost a player? That would probably explain that. Alright. Again, I think once the map change happens, I'm gonna end things off. I think I'm happy with tonight's stream though. We got some good matches of TF2 in. We got some good matches of Splatoon. We had some good banter. Again, like, not that I necessarily went anywhere, but now that I'm in a position where I can be more active on stream, I'd just like to say, it's good to be back. And again, like, tomorrow we'll be doing some FF7 remake. I'm excited for that. Why am I inking base? Listen, I can get away with that shit when I'm playing Splatoon-matic. I gotta grow up. I gotta grow up and focus on the situation at hand if I'm playing Splattershot. Now, that guy had a longer range gun. But yeah, it'll be nice to wind down for the night. I think after this stream, I'm gonna edit together that last RE8 stream. I'm gonna make sure everything else should be uploaded. Maybe not everything has thumbnails and is public yet, but I think it was just though, like, I've only really done a couple streams in October just because it was just kind of hard to do so. I mean, maybe someone who's, like, more knowledgeable on the stream could tell me. Aside from, like, the TF2 plus just chatting stream, and also RE8, were there, like, any other streams I really did this month? Because now, like, I'm gonna have to go back for the archive. Because I want to get that updated soon. I'm definitely gonna render RE8 tonight, and then I'll probably render this stream tomorrow. This is the exciting part of the stream, where I talk about rendering shit. God damn it. I had the advantage, too. I was able to ink their feet. They couldn't do the same to me. I need to super jump more. That's my problem, is that, like, I'm, like, autopiloting Splatoon when it doesn't need to be this way. I gotta be a little more thoughtful about it. That's fine. It's, like, midnight anyways. Honestly, you know what? My excuse is that it's late at night, so I could be a little bad at the game as a treat. Goodbye to Rich Mitch. Rich Mitch, best friend of poor Bort. Oh, wait, I start... No, we could keep playing Splattershot. I think at this point, I just have, like, a terminal thing where I can only be good with the Sploosh-O-Matic. I think I've just gotten too good at the Sploosh-O-Matic, and trying to play any other weapon is, no-go. I need to diversify what weapons I'm good at again. Okay, this was my favorite spot. Around when this game launched, I would just hang out at this spot in the enemy base. See, I went down from the spot, and that's why I died. But I would literally just hang out around this area and do nothing else. They're in our fucking base. Oh my god. I just had to wipe out half of the enemy team. I didn't splat that guy, but I probably got the assist on it. It's literally so easy, just dodge. The reef slider is so easy, just dodge. It's, like, come on. It's the same anime cat girl again. I am just so unfazed by everything in the world. I could get shot by a bullet and I'd just be like, oh, what the hell, my back hurts. Fucking awesome. Alright. Ow. Oh, I had my Trizuka too. I'm gonna try go in, ink a decent amount of turf. So I can get my Trizuka back. And if I could just, like, blast people in, like, the first few seconds of the round. Although I might not have the time. Yeah, no, we lost that one. I didn't even lose it by a wide margin either, which is sad. Alright, let's go sploosh. I need to go back to old reliable for this last round. Alright, let's try and win this one, as this is the last round of the night. God, I really did just play 2 hours of, like, the same 2 maps. Splatoon, please add another map to your rotation. I guess that's also what I did in TF2, though, huh? Some things change, but other things stay the same. But also, TF2 matches are, like, way longer. Like, it's almost unnecessary for TF2 to have as many maps as it does, because the average TF2 round takes, like, a while. Even, like, King of the Hill is, like, a much longer ordeal than, like, a Splatoon match. Splatoon is, like, very quick, very fast-paced. So, like, playing for an hour on a Splatoon map is, like, much more noticeable than playing an hour on a TF2 map. Playing an hour on one TF2 map is, like, yeah, some of the rounds take, like, 20 minutes. If you're playing, like, Capture the Flag, you're basically playing an infinite game, because that shit never ends. Ow. I tried. But yeah, that's why, like, I probably said this complaint a lot. My biggest complaint with Splatoon 3 is that there's simply not enough maps. I would, like, double the map count. Honestly, just, like, double the map count, at least. And then after that, like, add 12 more. I think that 36 would be a perfectly good number of maps for Splatoon 3 to have. That would explain why it feels like you're always getting the same maps. You understand. And hello, Cosmo. You've caught the end of the stream, at least, but welcome. Unless you've been lurking. I have no idea when people are lurking or not. But yeah, no, I wish there were more maps in this game. I didn't feel like this when I was playing Splatoon 2, because I didn't play a lot of Splatoon 2 at launch. So hell yeah. We killed it that round! Let's go! See, that's the match you want to end on. Main issue, though, is the connection errors. They are so egregious. Yeah, Nintendo servers are ass. This is, like, one of the first games they actually have their own servers, and, like, yeah. This is a Nintendo game. I wonder when it would be, like, okay for me to stream the story mode. Like, am I at a point where, like, basically everybody who's wanted to play it has, except me? Love when the game kicks you out of a match and then decides you can't play online for 5 minutes. That shit happened to me during the Splatfest, and it, like, pissed me off. It's actually so bad. Because, like, when I'm doing that, like, I've had times where I've had, like, random connection drops, and then the game kicks me, and then it's like, oh, you're fine. But when it happened during the Splatfest, like, even once, it was just like, nuh-uh, you can't play for 10 minutes, stupid. We hate you. Crashed once after beating Kohozuna. That fucking sucks! That's the worst. Shining Otaku. I'm not doing that one. We'll do Sea Snail Man. From now on, you always quit the lobby after beating Kohozuna, even if you really like the team you're on, to make sure it saves. Yeah, I got Shining Otaku. But, yeah. Dude, Neko arc? Hold on. Is that Neko Fry? Awesome. We're gonna end it off here, though. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight for some TF2 and Splatoon. I had a good time. Tomorrow, we're gonna be doing some Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why did my computer just make those noises at me? Anyways, tomorrow, we're gonna be doing some Final Fantasy VII Remake. Wednesday, we're going to be doing some Resident Evil Village. Friday, we're going to be doing Faith, the Unholy Trinity. And then Saturday, we're going to do a little subscribers thing. You know, if you're subscribed, we're going to play some Jackbox 9 on stream. So if you're not subscribed, you know, drop a sub. Or don't. I don't care either way. And if you've been subbed in the past, you probably still have access to it anyways. But, you know, either way, have a good night, everybody. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow with some FF7 Remake. Bye-bye.